You know, Russ, one of the things that scares me more than anything else is a talented young kid. You were what, just 22 years old when you came to the Imperials? Mm-hmm. Whether you're 22 or 25, 27, that's still young, 30. Mm-hmm. And to be thrust into the spotlight. You know, Evie was only 19, 20 or 21 when she was thrown into the spotlight. Mm-hmm. And you were with the Imperials how long?
5 years.
5 years. And then, so you would be 27, 28, and then started your own solo thing. Yep. For how long?
Oh, Bill, till I joined the vocal band. I was solo.
How many, did you win any Grammys with the Imperials?
I won 3 Grammys with the Imperials and 2 solo Grammys.
So 5 Grammys. Mm-hmm. A lot of people knew who you were. Knew your face, knew your name.
Yeah, and it's quite.
How'd you handle it?
I hid, Bill. I hid a lot. I learned early on that people wanted to see a certain thing, and I knew down in my heart I wasn't, and so I hid. I knew what I wanted to be, but I had a whole lot of growing to do, and it required a whole lot of pain. And it seemed life had some pretty hard blows. And I was faced with situations that absolutely cut my legs out from under me. To the point, you're wondering if the thing you're singing about is even real. And you find yourself totally alone because you're afraid to let anybody in. And then comes depression. And you choose ways to deal with depression, a lot of times that aren't healthy. And it causes you to make decisions that you shouldn't make. And then you find yourself sliding and losing hold of the thing that brought you there. And that's the power of Jesus. There's been more than one occasion that you would hop on a plane and come to Nashville because you heard I was needing help. And you came. And there have been several times in my life when I was about to go under. And friends stepped in. But more than all of that, I'm turning in a vessel here crying, but turning in all of that, I found the real Jesus. I found the one that understands and forgives and takes a young boy that's full of questions and fear and hurt and pain, and then he begins to mold him like clay. And he begins to knock off those rough edges and insecurities and fears, and he begins to make a man. And then after a while, you start standing and singing with more conviction that you've ever had in your life because Christ has done a great work in you. And it's not just a song somebody wrote. And it's not just a song that you've heard, but it's your story now where much has been forgiven. Much has been forgiven. And you stand with joy and freedom and sing like you've never sang before because he's alive. And he's worked a great work in me. And he's made me what I am today. And that's why when I sing "To God Be the Glory," or because what labels and promoters and all the things that whirled around my life that made me insecure and scared, Jesus took all that and he made me whole. And let me just say this, When we were in Israel last August, was one of the final stages of Jesus molding it all and making it right. And I came home and Tori said, "What is it?" And I said, "Tori, there's been a prayer for 40 years. Jesus answered that prayer when I was in Israel. And all those hurtful memories and all those painful memories, all of those things that crippled me when I was a child, somehow he got in there and did something that therapy couldn't do, did something that antidepressants couldn't do. He took this mind and he made it whole. In that great big hole that had paralyzed me for years, he filled it with himself. And that's what I had been looking for my whole life.